Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll discuss the important MCQs. But before going into the session, please subscribe our YouTube channel, share the channel with your friends and do like our videos. So also download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the link in the description as well as comment section. So let us go into the first MCQ for today. So World Health Organization observes 20th July every year as the World Hepatitis Day. So what is the theme of the World Hepatitis Day in 2021? So what is the theme for this year? And the answer is hepatitis can't wait. So the answer is hepatitis can't wait. So the World Hepatitis Day is observed on 20th July every year by the World Health Organization. This day is to create an awareness about the viral hepatitis, which is the inflammation of liver that can cause a range of health problems including liver cancer. So the theme for this year is hepatitis can't wait, conveying the urgency of efforts needed to eliminate hepatitis as a public health threat by 2030. So if you see about hepatitis, there are five main strains in hepatitis called the A, B, C, D, E. Hepatitis A and E are caused due to intake of the contaminated food and water, and hepatitis B, C, D are caused when you are in contact with the infected blood or body fluids. Okay, so hepatitis B, C is the most common cause of death. So there are nearly 1.3 million deaths because of hepatitis B and C. And according to World Health Organization, in India in 2020, about 4 crore people are chronically infected with hepatitis B, and 60 lakh to 1.2 crore were infected with hepatitis C. See the severity of the disease. And according to Indian Journal of Medical Research, in India about nearly 2.5 lakh people are dying because of the viral hepatitis. So see the importance of the disease. We need to eliminate this disease at utmost important. Okay. So let us go into the next question. World Nature Conservation Day is observed every year. The World Nature Conservation Day is observed every year on same answer 20th July. So 20th July is observed as the World Nature Conservation Day. The main aim of the day is to create awareness about protecting nature and adopting the best practices for conserving our natural resources. So earth is supplied with limited amount of properties so that we rely every day like water, air, soil and trees. So saving plants and animals which are threatened with extinction is the prime focus of the World Nature Conservation Day. So do remember this point. The next question, Baswaraj Bommai has been elected as the new Chief Minister of which of the following state? So yesterday only we discussed B.S. Yediyurappa has resigned as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. So the new Chief Minister of Karnataka is Baswaraj Bommai. So the answer is Karnataka. So please remember, yesterday only we discussed about this topic. So Bommai belongs to the Lingayat Veershiva community, which is the strongest community in the Karnataka state. He also belongs to North Karnataka, which is a long-pending demand for a person from North Karnataka to be the Chief Minister. So he is also the second Chief Minister whose father also served in the same post. Same like the JDS father-son duo H.D. Devagowda and H.D. Kumaraswamy, S.R. Bommai and Baswaraj Bommai will be the second Chief Minister's son who are serving the post, same post. So Karnataka new governor Tawar Chand Gehlot, so do remember, very important. Next question, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh to attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers meeting in which of the following country? So Shanghai Cooperation Organization Defense Ministers meeting is conducted in Tajikistan. So in the country of Tajikistan, so this particular Shanghai Cooperation Organization meeting, defense minister meeting is conducted, and our defense minister Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is going to attend this meeting. So this meeting is conducted in the capital city of Tajikistan, Dushanbe. So meeting will be conducted in the capital city of Tajikistan, Dushanbe, and during this meeting, a defense cooperation among the Shanghai Cooperation Organization members will be discussed and a resolution will be taken. And also, defense minister will meet his Tajikistan counterpart, Colonel General Sherali Mirza, to discuss bilateral issues and issues of mutual interest. So Tajikistan capital, Dushanbe, Tajikistan currency, Tajikistani Somoni. So Uzbekistan Som, Tajikistan Somoni. So please remember, Uzbekistan Som, Tajikistan Somoni. So basic difference between Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. Okay. So very easy to remember, Som Somoni. Let us see few points about the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which is a permanent intergovernmental international organization. It is an Eurasian, Europe plus Asia, Eurasian political, economic, military organization, mainly to maintain peace, security, and stability in the region. So it was created in 2001, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Charter was signed in 2002 and entered into force in 2003. So the official languages of this organization are Russian and Chinese, and the chairmanship is given on rotation to members. So currently there are 8 members, and the 8 members are Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. So these are all the Central Asian countries, plus China, Russia, India, and Pakistan. So India, Pakistan, China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. So only member Turkmenistan is not present in this particular organization. Okay. So Shanghai Cooperation Organization Secretariat is in Beijing. So do remember all these points. Okay. So next question, Japan's Momiji Nishida. She becomes the second youngest gold medal winner in Olympics. She belongs to which of the She belongs to which of the following sport? So yesterday only we discussed about skateboarding. Okay. So skateboarding men's winner and skateboarding women's winner. So she belongs to the sport of skateboarding. So Japan's Momiji Nishida is the youngest gold medal winner in skateboarding, second youngest. So let us go into the details. Already yesterday we discussed she is the second youngest champion in Summer Olympics history at the age of 13 years 330 days by winning the inaugural Women's Skateboarding Street Championship. So Raya Liu of Brazil has won silver, and Funa Nakayama of Japan won bronze. Okay, so these are the top 3 medalists of the skateboarding, inaugural skateboarding event. So the youngest gold medalist is from USA, Marjorie Justring. So in 1936 games in Berlin, she is the youngest champion athlete to win medal. Okay, so Justring was then only 13 year 268 days, and our Momiji Nishida is now 13 year 330 days. See, this is the difference. Momiji is the second youngest, and first youngest is Marjorie Justring. Okay, so do remember all these points. Next question. Government of India is going to set up a center for animation, visual effects, and gaming with collaboration of which of the following IIT. So yesterday in the parliament, so the union minister has announced that government is setting up an institute for animation, visual effects, and gaming with collaboration of which of the following IIT? Answer is IIT Bombay. So the union minister Anurag Singh Thakur, so he announced that government is setting up a national center for excellence in animation, visual effects, and gaming and comics to create a world-class talent pool in India. Okay, and also cater this particular talent pool to Indian and global industry. So it will be set up in collaboration with IIT Bombay. So this was announced by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, the new minister Anurag Singh Thakur. So do remember new Minister of Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur. So this will be supporting the skilled manforce in this animation and VFX industry. So currently Satyajit Ray Film and Television Industry and the Film and Television Institute of India. So both of them are running courses on animation and VFX. So media and entertainment is one of the largest growing sectors in the country. And you know, India is the largest South Asian film market, which attracts a lot of investors from around the world. And every year in the International Film Festival of India at Goa, which is held in every year in Goa, the National Film Development Corporation organizes the Film Bazaar to promote film industry. So we also have contracts, treaties with 15 countries in the audio-visual co-production. These are all the related topics, related points related to the film. Okay, so please check all these points. The next question. Reserve Bank of India is currently working on a phased implementation of its own digital currency called CBDC. What is the full form of CBDC? The digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, virtual currencies are in a very important booming business nowadays. So people are attracted towards these cryptocurrencies, virtual currencies. So RBI has announced its own virtual currency, which is currently called the Central Bank Digital Currency. It is called the Central Bank Digital Currency. So RBI Deputy Governor Ravi Shankar, he stated that RBI soon will come out with a pilot project to access the viability of using digital currency to make wholesale and retail payments. So this is called the central bank digital currency, which is an electronic recorder digital token to represent the virtual form of the fiat currency. Fiat currency means cash. Okay. So this will be referred to as digital fiat currency or digital based money. So it is a legal tender issued by a central bank. It has the central bank backing. So it has same functionalities as a fiat currency, same like cash. How you have cash, in the same way it will function. It is exchangeable with cash. Okay, only thing is it is in digital form. Only thing, it will be present in digital form. Okay, it can coexist with cash and the existing digital payment methods. Okay, so currently this bitcoins, virtual currency, cryptocurrencies, they are present in the market, but they are not issued by the state and lack legal tender status. They are not issued by the state and they lack legal tender status. Whereas the central bank digital currency is centralized, issued and regulated by a competent money authority. So it has legal tendency, legal tender status, legal. It can be backed by the RBI, the Central Monetary Authorities. Okay, so this is the basic difference. So currently, the popularity of Bitcoin, Ethereum, so they are they are increasing day by day, but they are a possible threat to the traditional banking system. They have a lot of concerns. These particular cryptocurrencies have a lot of concerns. So also remember this point. El Salvador is the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender. So El Salvador already adopted this particular Bitcoins. China is investigating on this. India is investigating on the possibilities of accepting digital currencies. Okay, so see all these points. Next question. Name the first city in India where people can avail high quality drinking water directly from tap on 24-hour basis. So name the first city in India where people can avail high quality drinking water directly from tap on 24-hour basis. So directly like London and New York, you can drink water from tap, drink pure drinking water from tap. So this project is launched in Puri. So this project was launched in Puri, Odisha, the temple town of Odisha. Puri, this particular project was launched. It is the first Indian city to provide quality drinking tap water. Okay, so it will provide 24-hour high quality drinking water. So Puri is the first city to achieve this under the Chief Minister's Naveen Patnaik's Sujal Drink from Tap mission. So this is the new program launched by Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik. Sujal Drink from Tap mission. So you can see the picture here. So Puri becomes the first Indian city to have round-the-clock piped pure drinking water. So water fountains were set up at 400 locations. This will also reduce plastic, because if you are having water everywhere in the city, you can drink directly. You need not buy a plastic water bottle, okay, or tinned water bottles. So no need of buying these water bottles, which will ultimately reduce the plastic. So this project is commissioned in 9 months. So 9 months was taken to develop this project, and women self-help groups will be established. Okay, they will take care of the quality of this drinking water. And Puri has a tourist inflow of nearly 2 crores every year. So 2 crore tourists are coming to the city of Puri, the temple town of Odisha. Okay, so this water can be used for drinking, cooking without any filtration. So they will have quality drinking water. The cities, the residents of Puri, so they can store. People need not store or filter drinking water from now onwards. So Puri joined the elite club of the global metropolitans like the New York and London, where drinking water is directly provided from taps to the residents. So this project will benefit definitely the 2.5 lakh citizens of Puri, the residents of Puri, as well as 2 crore tourists who are coming to the place every year. Okay. So these are the advantages of this particular project. So Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, Governor of Odisha, Ganesh Lal. So do remember these points. So the next question, which of the following state made the Devaranya scheme to promote Ayurveda? So which state has launched this Devaranya scheme to promote Ayurveda? The answer is Madhya Pradesh. So Madhya Pradesh government has launched this scheme called the Devaranya Yojana, which is Ayush based economic upgradation scheme, mainly in twin objectives of improving the people's health and livelihood of tribals. So Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said that it will promote wellness tourism in the state. So here medicinal plants will be cultivated in the villages. So nearly these medicinal plants will be used as a medicine, used as a supplement for all the residents in the state. So more than 360 Ayush health and wellness centers will be established in the state. And also Ayush super specialty hospitals are being constructed in Indore and Bhopal. So all the Ayush and Unani dispensaries will be upgraded. So this will create Ayush and tourism. So it will create development of Ayush as well as tourism, will improve the employment opportunities in the tribal areas. Okay. So please remember, Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and the new governor of Madhya Pradesh, Mangubhai Changanbhai Patel, Mangubhai C. Patel. So do remember these points, very, very important. The last question for today, International Monetary Fund projects India's economic growth forecast for financial year 2020 2022 at which percentage? So what is the GDP growth rate in the financial year 2022 forecasted by IMF? The answer is 9.5. 9.5 is the estimate given by IMF. Earlier it is 12.5 but reduced to 9.5 because of the lack of access to vaccines and the possibility of renewed waves of coronavirus. Okay. So for the next year, financial year 2022-23, for the next year, it is estimated at 8.5, earlier 6.5. So they increased the GDP growth rate estimate. Earlier 6.9, now it is 8.5. And global economy, they are estimating 6% in 2021 and 4.9% in 2022. So these are the statistics given by IMF. So see this data. IMF has estimated India's growth rate at 9.5, World Bank 8.3, OECD 9.9 and Asian Development Bank 10. So do remember this table, very, very important for the upcoming bank examination. So let us see a few points about IMF, which is an international financial institution working to foster global monetary cooperation, secure financial stability, facilitate international trade, promote high employment and sustainable economic growth, and to reduce poverty and to depend periodically on World Bank for its resources. IMF established Washington DC. IMF headquarters Washington DC. IMF established in 1945. Okay, so please remember all these key points, very, very important for your examination. So thank you, students. So please subscribe the YouTube channel, share the channel, like our videos, and join the Telegram channel for this PDF. And do download the Career Power Hyderabad app. I will provide the link in the description as well as comment section. So currently we provide coaching for Bank SSC RRB as well as for SI Constable, and we have a special demo program on 2nd of August. So do visit our branches for this special demo. So we also run our offline classes. They are running successfully at our branches. So do visit our branches and come and join our special demo program on August 2nd. So remember the date, August 2nd special demo program. So do visit our branch. So thank you, students. We'll meet in the next class.